Mike Tyson wasn't just a boxer. He was a force of nature, especially when it came to dealing with fighters who let their mouths run wild. Hello, boxing fans! In this video, you'll see how Tyson didn't just win fights. He dismantled those who disrespect him, leaving them regretting every word they spoke. Ever wondered what happens when trash talk meets raw, unfiltered power? You're about to find out, so stay tuned and don't miss a moment right here on Sports Frenzy TV. Let's dive into the story of Mike Tyson, the man who once held the title of the baddest man on the planet and one of the most intimidating boxers to ever live. Tyson's reputation in the ring was unmatched, but what's interesting is how his opponents tried to mask their fear. Many thought that trash talking him before or during a fight would somehow give them an edge, but history shows that this tactic never worked out in their favor. Take the fight between Tyson and Mitch Blood Green, for example. Green was ranked just one spot ahead of Tyson on the WBC heavyweight standings. Besides ranking, Green was also feared for his affiliations with street life, which added to his intimidating presence. Green was vocal before the fight, boasting about his agility and power. He wanted everyone to know that he wasn't someone to mess with, and he believed he could back up his words in the ring. But when the fight began, it became evident that Green's bravado didn't match his performance. Tyson was in control for most of the match, although he couldn't manage to knock Green down. Green, who believed the boxer should stay on the offensive and keep his opponent at bay with jabs, didn't stick to his own advice. He was a bit lazy, especially in the later rounds, and didn't double up on his punches as he should have. Tyson, on the other hand, was relentless. He stayed aggressive, constantly pressuring Green, who was visibly frustrated. Despite Green's attempts to clinch Tyson and reduce the impact of his power punches, Tyson won the fight with a lopsided unanimous decision. Green had tried to talk a big game, but when it came down to it, Tyson's relentless forward movement and power proved too much for him. Interestingly, this wasn't the end of Tyson and Green's interactions. 2 years after their match, the two found themselves in a high-profile street fight. It happened in Harlem, where Green confronted Tyson and the well-known fashion icon, Dapper Dan. The confrontation started because Green claimed that Tyson's promoter, Don King, owed him money. What began as an argument quickly escalated into a physical altercation. Tyson landed a powerful straight right hand across Green's face, leaving Green with a completely shut left eye and a cut across his nose that required 5 stitches. This incident became legendary, not just for the fight itself, but for the aftermath, where Green's swollen eyes seemingly took over the interview. Another significant moment in Tyson's early career was his fight against Donnie Long, an up-and-coming boxer who had just been released from jail for murder. Long was considered Mike's first big challenge, and there was a lot of buzz around their match. Long believed that his experience, particularly his left hook, would give him an advantage over Tyson. He wasn't planning on running from Tyson. Instead, he wanted to stand his ground and fight him head-on, believing that if he could take the fight into the later rounds, he would have a better chance of winning. But Tyson had other plans. Despite coming into the fight as an underdog, Tyson quickly demonstrated why he was a force to be reckoned with. He was a fast starter, and from the moment the bell rang, he was on the offensive. In the 5th round, Tyson pushed Long into a corner and unleashed a devastating uppercut that sent Long crashing to the canvas. Long managed to get back on his feet, but the damage was done. Tyson had once again proven that he was not to be underestimated. Tyson's fight with Jesse Ferguson was another defining moment in his career. Ferguson was considered a tough opponent, someone who could potentially give Tyson trouble. But Tyson's approach to the fight was methodical. He knew he needed to pace himself while also exploiting any mistakes Ferguson might make. And it didn't take long for Tyson to find his rhythm. By the 5th round, Tyson had pushed Ferguson into a corner and delivered an uppercut that pierced through Ferguson's defenses. Despite being able to rise to his feet, Ferguson was clearly outmatched, and Tyson was declared the winner by TKO. Throughout his career, Tyson faced opponents who believed they could find a way to beat him by identifying and exploiting his flaws. One such opponent was Lorenzo Boyd, who had developed a well-crafted game plan to use against Tyson. Boyd believed that his experience and strategy would give him an edge, but Tyson had a way of making even the best laid plans fall apart. In their fight, Tyson punished Boyd from the start, never giving him a chance to implement his strategy. By the second round, Tyson had connected with his signature combination, and Boyd was sent to the canvas, unable to recover. One of the most anticipated fights in Tyson's career was his match against Tyrell Biggs. Biggs was a skilled boxer, and many expected their fight to be a slugfest. Biggs believed that his lateral movement and jab would keep Tyson from setting up his powerful punches. But Tyson, as always, had other ideas. Throughout the fight, Biggs tried to clinch Tyson and avoid his powerful shots, but Tyson's relentless pressure wore him down. In the later rounds, Tyson delivered a hook that sent Biggs through the ropes, his face covered in blood. Biggs managed to get back up, but it was clear that he was done. Tyson didn't take long to finish the job, knocking Biggs down again and securing the victory. These fights highlight a crucial lesson that many of Tyson's opponents learned the hard way. Trash-talking Tyson only fueled his fire. Time and time again, fighters who tried to intimidate Tyson with their words found themselves on the receiving end of a brutal meltdown in the ring. Tyson wasn't just a powerful boxer. He was a force of nature, someone who could change the course of a fight and a fighter's life with a single punch. In the end, Mike Tyson's career serves as a reminder that actions speak louder than words. His opponents often tried to use words to shake his confidence, but Tyson let his fists do the talking. He wasn't just fighting to win. He was fighting to dominate, to leave no doubt in anyone's mind that he was the best. And for those who dared to step into the ring with him, they quickly realized that there was no escaping the inevitable. When you face Mike Tyson, you're in for a fight like no other. So if there's one thing to take away, it's that underestimating Mike Tyson was a mistake no one made twice. What do you think was Tyson's most iconic moment in the ring? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more knockout content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.